Hi guys, my name is Rohan Mukherjee. I'm a master's student in my last year. I help college students find their passion and purpose and help them prioritize their time to learn new skills and be motivated. Today I want to talk about doing things alone. This is something that took me almost 2 years to learn. And there are, I would say, 4 steps that allowed me to completely doing things alone and growing as much as possible. The first thing that allowed me to do that is defining the difference between being alone and being lonely. Being lonely means you're longing for someone. You want someone else there. You can also feel lonely when you're not alone. Being alone, it's just no one's around. You don't have to feel lonely just because you're alone. I wish I knew that in high school. In high school, I had no friends because I moved from India to the US. And I remember I thought my life's miserable because I have no friends. And if I just found friends, life would be different. The second thing that pushed me to be able to do more things alone was when I realized I'd rather be by myself than be with people that make me less me. I thought my loneliness would be solved if I just found friends. That's what I did. I found some friends in high school. I hung out with them after school. I hung out with them in the gym, went to restaurants to eat. But what I realized was I felt more alone. I felt worse because I couldn't be myself. And that's when I realized I would just do things alone. It was hard, but it took me time to learn. And this quote is in my brain rent-free. It says, if you're lonely when you're alone, you're in bad company. And I'm ready to admit that I was not someone I would look up to myself in high school. I was overweight. I did not care about anything. I just kept eating. And I believed I would be obese for the rest of my life. I am not thin now. I would say I'm overweight still. But I'm trying to do actions to make me look better, trying to do actions to make me feel better and growing. I'm proud of myself. And that's why I don't feel lonely when I'm alone now. The third thing that allowed me to be able to do things more alone was getting rid of my FOMO, the fear of missing out. I remember in my last semester of college, during my bachelor's, I was doing some work. My friend said, let's go play Frisbee. I said, okay, let's go. We were playing Ultimate Frisbee, and somebody threw the Frisbee. I sighed and I ran. I said, okay, I'm gonna catch it. I jump up to take it. In the corner of my eye, I see my other friend. He jumps up too. And we make contact. And I fall on the floor. And I hear a click. And I fall down. And I said, maybe it's just a sprain. No. I broke my ankle. The pain I felt for the first 3 days was more than I've ever felt in my life. I remember the first day I was crying because that's how bad it hurt. It was hurting and I didn't know what to do. I just was like, oh my God. I didn't take any painkillers too. After that, I had to start taking them because it hurt. The worst part was that my friends were going out every day. They went to raves, parties, restaurants. I saw videos of them going out. I saw pictures, but I couldn't do shit. I can't walk. And that's how I got rid of my FOMO, because I was forced to get rid of it, because if not, I'll feel shitty all day. And the reason I'm telling you this is because I have this thing that my grandfather used to tell me. He passed away a few years ago, but he used to tell me, everything happens for the best. And when he used to tell me that, I used to get mad. I'm like, no, that's not true. Because when I was a kid, he used to tell me this when stuff didn't work out. And I said, no, that's not true. I'm not gonna lie, everything does happen for the best. Because me breaking that ankle allowed me to get rid of my FOMO, allowed me to do things on my own. Like now when my friends go out, I said, cool, because I don't feel anything. Because I was able to get rid of that FOMO in that 1 month. Because I couldn't leave my apartment. The last thing that allowed me to be able to do more things alone was, could you guess what it is? It's getting rid of social media. I remember But when I had Instagram, I used to always go through my reels and see people having fun, see posts of people enjoying, and I used to think, why is my life miserable? And why are these people enjoying? They know so many people. Why don't I know anyone? And then later, I started to realize social media is just a lie. It's a facade. It's a mirage. Because when I used to take pictures of my friends and post it, I realized I'm smiling, but it was a terrible hangout. We didn't have fun. And that is when I realized my life's not actually miserable. It's that I'm comparing my life to a fantasy, to a facade. Obviously, I don't like it. So what I did was I deleted social media, deleted Instagram to be specific. And the first week was hard because I was addicted to it. And I think after like 2 weeks, it was normal. And I felt better than ever because I didn't compare my life to someone. I didn't see other people having fun. And that is when I was able to do things alone. And the reason why I was telling you the 4 steps that allowed me to be able to do things alone is because being able to be alone is a completely underrated superpower. Because 2024 was a year I was the most alone compared to any other year. But that was also the year I grew the most. I was being able to be consistent in the gym. I was able to face my fears. I was able to do YouTube consistently. And all of those things was because of being alone, because it gave me time to grow. It gave me time to find myself, figure out my passion, my purpose. And I think that is why you need to be able to be alone, because hard work is done when you're alone. Thank you so much for watching this video. Also watch my last 2 videos. One on the 3 social skills I wish I knew before college, and the life lessons that took me almost a year to learn. And I'll see y'all next time.